Very good morning, children. Welcome to the psychology classroom. I hope you all are fine and doing well in your studies. Children, we are discussing about the chapter Developing Psychological Skill. This is a chapter which is all about how important for a psychologist or for becoming a psychologist and the therapist, you require some skill, and it is, I think, everywhere written over that a person should be trained enough, he or she should be skilled enough. So skill होना बहुत ही important है. Skill is very important. So basically children, skill क्या है? ये एक फैसिलिटी है, डिस्टैलिटी है और प्रोफिशेंसी है that is acquired through training and through experience, through expertise. According to the APA, ने 3 kind of skills required बताए हैं, जैसे कि assessment of individual difference, behavior modification skill, and the lastly and the most important, guidance and counseling skill. ये चीज़ें उन्होंने बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट बताई हैं. तो these are the things we have discussed in our previous video. Now today we will move forward, and today we are going to discuss about some of the new things. So children, you are going to study about development as an effective psychologist. To become an effective psychologist, what is requirement? Developing as an effective psychologist. See, most people think that they are some kind of psychologist. We at times talk about intelligence, inferiority complex, identity crisis, mental blocks, attitude, stress, communication barrier, and so many other terms. Generally, people pick up such terms from popular writing and media. There are a lot of common sense notion about human behavior that one develop in the course of their life. Some regularity in human behavior is frequently observed by us to warrant generalization. This kind of everyday amateur psychology often misfire, sometimes even prove disastrous. This still remains a question of how to differentiate between a pseudo-psychologist and from a real psychologist. So you get to know here, children, the important term pseudo. The spelling of pseudo is P-S-E-U-D-O, but we read it from S. Pseudo. Pseudo means fake psychologist. So here the question arises, how we can differentiate the pseudo psychologist from the real psychologist? To whom we call the real psychologist? कौन है real? कौन है pseudo? How we can differentiate? How we can identify? So the answer to the question is professional training, educational background, institutional affiliation, and his or her experience in providing service. These play a very important role in identifying the pseudo psychologist with the real psychologist. फाइन, ये सारी चीज़ें आपको हेल्प करेंगी आइडेंटिफाई करने में स्यूडो साइकोलॉजिस्ट को रियल साइकोलॉजिस्ट. एंड एज यू नो चिल्ड्रन, if any person who are not trained, who do not have such kind of education, who do not gone through a professional training and institutional affiliation, so it will be very disaster on the part of the client, on the part of the individual. I hope you are all understanding. So it is very important to differentiate between both the psychologists, and it is us who can do this one. No other than can do. However, what is critical is training as a researcher and internalization of certain professional values. It is now recognized that the knowledge of tools used by psychologists, their methods and theories are required to develop psychological expertise. Okay, whatever the tools psychologists are using, what are their experience, with how many person they have worked with which organization they have worked with. Is that organization is authentic? Is that organization is recognized? How many years they have worked it? How many kind of tools they have used? All these things matter. Say for example, a professional psychologist addresses the problem at the scientific level. They address the problem at the scientific level because, as we all know, psychology is a science. So whatever we study, if we study the behavior, so also we study the behavior scientifically, systematically. It's very important to study it scientifically and systematically. So they take the problem into the laboratory or study it in field setting to answer various problems. He or she also try to find the answer in terms of mathematical probability. There are so many applications are there, children, so many tools which psychologists are using that make the things scientific and standardized. He or she try to find the answer in terms of mathematical probability. Only then he or she arrive at psychological principle or laws that can be depended upon. So these things can make you clear that how you can differentiate the pseudo psychologist with the real psychologist. How you can make a difference between them. Okay. So I hope children you all are understanding the difference. And yet another distinction that should be made, that some psychologists carry out research to propound or investigate theoretical formulation, while others are concerned with our daily life activity and behavior. We need both type of psychologists. It was trying to say that there are different kind of psychologists. Some work for the community, some work for the daily routine problem, the behavioral problem, some work for the social problem, some works for the emotional problem. So everybody have their own area, everybody have their own area, so they deal with those areas. Okay, so but our society required both kind of psychologists. It's not like that they do not require. Okay, we need some scientists to develop theories and others to find solution to human problem. हमें एक एंड में ये ऐसे लोग भी चाहिए जो रिसर्च करें उस एरिया में, जो थ्योरीज फॉर्मुलेट करें और स्टडीज़ करें or we also required on one end those who solve the behavioral problem, those who solve the human problem. So it is important to know about the condition and the competency that are necessary beside research skill for a psychologist. There are condition and competency for psychologists which has come to be recognized internationally. They cover a range of knowledge that a psychologist should possess when entering the profession after completing their education and training. These apply to practitioners, academicians, and researchers whose role involve consulting with student, business, industry, and broader community. It is recognized that it is difficult to develop, implement major competencies required in a subject like psychology, as the criteria for specification, identification, and evaluation are not yet fully agreed upon. So these are some of the things. Okay. So I hope children you understand the basics about how to develop an effective psychologist. Now let us discuss about some of the skill. If we talk about the skill, so the skill is divided into some parts. What are the kind of skill which are required to become an effective psychologist? What are the kind of skill? So the first skill is जनरल स्किल. एक अच्छे साइकोलॉजिस्ट में एक जनरल स्किल तो होना चाहिए. ठीक है. जनरल स्किल के बाद उनमें ऑब्जर्वेशनल स्किल होना चाहिए. सेकेंड इज द ऑब्जर्वेशनल स्किल. ऑब्जर्वेशनल स्किल के बाद उनके में स्पेसिफिक स्किल. नाउ द स्पेसिफिक स्किल की बात आई. So the skill is divided into these three parts: general skill, observational skill, and specific skill. General skill, observational, and specific. One by one, we will deal with all these three. So first of all, we are going to discuss the first one, which is a general skill. Yes children, एक अच्छा साइकोलॉजिस्ट होने के लिए पर्सन में कुछ जनरल स्किल्स होने चाहिए. So what are the general skills? See basically these skills are generic in nature. General से भी बना है generic. Generic word is related to the genetic. These should be generic in nature. Generic means जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल से समझिए. मान लीजिए कोई पेंटर है. इफ एनी पेंटर वॉज देयर और इफ एनी सिंगर वॉज देयर, it is very much required that they should be trained in that one, they should be expertise in that one, they should have a different kind of skill. But it is also very important that they should have those quality by heredity also. ठीक है. कुछ चीज़ें उनमें जेनेटिकली भी होती हैं कि वो पेंटिंग अच्छा करते हैं. Are you understanding what I am trying to explain? See, पेंटिंग की अगर हम ले एग्जाम्पल, पेंटिंग सब कोई करता है. पूरी दुनिया में बहुत से लोग हैं जो पेंटिंग करते हैं. बट कुछ लोगों की पेंटिंग आपको शायद डिफरेंट लगती होगी. तो दैट इज समथिंग मे बी जेनरिक इशू विल बी देयर. By heredity they are having, or I can say that they possesses those talent. Okay, so basically कहने का मतलब है somebody are talented from their inborn talented होते हैं, वो inheritedly talented होते हैं. तो कुछ स्किल्स जो हैं वो जेनरिक होती हैं. यानी एक अच्छा साइकोलॉजिस्ट होने के लिए हो सकता है पर्सन तभी अच्छा साइकोलॉजिस्ट बन सकता है कि उसमें जो स्किल हैं वो जेनेटिकली भी प्रेजेंट हैं, लाइक अंडरस्टैंडिंग अदर वन, listening to other one, understanding any other's problem, trying to solve the problem, having an empathetic skill. तो ये सारे कुछ जनरेट होते हैं तो they will become a good psychologist. So the skill are generic in nature and are needed by all psychologists irrespective of their field of specialization. These skills are essential for all professional psychologists, whether they are working in the field of clinical, health, industrial, organizational, social, educational. किसी भी फील्ड में वो लोग हों, सबके लिए ये जनरल स्किल होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Environmental setting or are acting as consultant. This skill include personal as well as intellectual skill. It is expected that it will not be proper to provide any form of professional training in clinical or organizational field to students who do not possess these skills. ऐसा नहीं होता कि मतलब अगर उस पर्सन में ये स्किल नहीं है तो हम उनको ट्रेनिंग नहीं देंगे, हम उनको सेंसिटाइज नहीं करेंगे, इस तरीके की कोई बात नहीं है. हम उन्हें फिर भी ट्रेनिंग देंगे. बट ये होता है कि इफ़ पर्सन इज़ हैविंग दोज स्किल, जनरल स्किल हैं, तो दे विल बिकम मोर लाइक बहुत अच्छे से उन चीज़ों को और अच्छे से गवर्न कर पाते हैं. सो वंस अ स्टूडेंट हैव दिस स्किल, सब्सिक्वेंट ट्रेनिंग इन हिज और हर एरिया ऑफ स्पेशलाइजेशन would only refine and further on to these skills required by a professional within his or her field of specialization. So, what are the things which come under the general skill? So, इसमें सबसे पहले आता है intellectual and personal skill. Intellectual and personal skill. इसके बाद सेकेंड आता है सेंसिटिविटी टू डाइवर्सिटी. सेंसिटिविटी टू डाइवर्सिटी. सेंसिटिविटी टू डाइवर्सिटी, ये दो चीज़ें इसमें आती हैं, इंटेलेक्चुअल एंड पर्सनल स्किल और सेंसिटिविटी टू डाइवर्सिटी. ये क्या होते हैं? इंटेलेक्चुअल और पर्सनल स्किल में क्या आता है या सेंसिटिविटी टू डाइवर्सिटी में क्या आता है, ये अब हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है. सो वन बाय वन वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट दिस वन. सबसे पहले the first of all things came is intellectual and personal skill. ठीक है. तो फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या आएगा इंटेलेक्चुअल और पर्सनल स्किल में? इसमें भी बहुत सारे सब पॉइंट्स हैं. देयर आर सो मेनी सब पॉइंट. सो सबसे पहला है इंटेलेक्चुअल एंड पर्सनल स्किल में इंटरपर्सनल स्किल. यू नो चिल्ड्रन व्हाट इज इंटरपर्सनल एंड व्हाट इज इंट्रापर्सनल? Interpersonal means ability to understand other, and interpersonal and intra means ability या sensitivity toward oneself. तो एक अच्छे साइकोलॉजिस्ट में जनरल स्किल क्या होनी चाहिए? दे शुड हैव ability to listen and be empathetic, develop respect for or interest in other culture, experiences, values, point of view, goals and desire, fears and openness to receive feedback. These skills are expressed verbally or non-verbally. तो एक जनरल स्किल में सबसे पहला स्किल जो होना चाहिए वो होता है इंटरपर्सनल स्किल। इंटरपर्सनल मीन्स यू शुड लिसन टू अदर वन, you should have an empathetic attitude, you should develop respect for other culture। मीन्स ऐसा ना हो कि क्लाइंट आपके पास आए, यू ह्यूमिलिएट द क्लाइंट या यू विल मेक अ ह्यूमर ऑफ देयर कल्चर, ऐसा कहीं से नहीं होना चाहिए। देन गोल्स एंड डिज़ायर्स, फियर्स, ओपननेस टू रिसीव फीडबैक, ये भी एक अच्छे साइकोलॉजिस्ट में होना चाहिए कि अगर क्लाइंट कुछ कह रहे हैं या कहीं से भी कोई भी फीडबैक आ रहा है तो यू शुड बी वेरी ओपन, एक्सेप्ट इट। नेक्स्ट स्किल विच इज रिक्वायर्ड इज द कॉग्निटिव स्किल। व्हाट इज कॉग्निटिव स्किल? कॉग्निटिव विच इज रिलेटेड टू कोऑर्डिनेशन एंड नोइंग। इसमें क्या है? एबिलिटी टू सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम, engage in critical thinking and organized reasoning, having intellectual curiosity and flexibility। यानी आपको कैसा होना चाहिए? आपको प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने आना चाहिए, आप क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग में इंगेज होना चाहिए, आपकी थिंकिंग ऑर्गेनाइज्ड होनी चाहिए, रीजनिंग एबिलिटी आप में होनी चाहिए, आप में इंटेलेक्चुअल क्यूरियोसिटी और फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी होनी चाहिए, ये सारा कुछ होना चाहिए। द थर्ड स्किल विच इज रिक्वायर्ड इज द अफेक्टिव स्किल। क्या चाहिए? अफेक्टिव। यू नो द चिल्ड्रन द डिफरेंस बिटवीन अफेक्टिव एंड इफेक्टिव। अफेक्टिव इज रिलेटेड टू द फीलिंग, फीलिंग्स होनी चाहिए। यू शुड एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड द फीलिंग ऑफ योर क्लाइंट, फीलिंग ऑफ योर पर्सन और इंडिविजुअल हु हैव कम टू यू। सो चिल्ड्रन, आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड। तो एक फीलिंग की स्किल होनी चाहिए, इमोशनल कंट्रोल एंड बैलेंस, टॉलरेंस, अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ इंटरपर्सनल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, tolerance of ambiguity and uncertainty. So these are the skills which come under the affective. The next skill come the personality and attitude. Personality and attitude. Personality and attitude. Personality यानी एक अच्छे साइकोलॉजिस्ट के जनरल स्किल में उसकी पर्सनालिटी भी आती है। पर्सनालिटी मीन्स डिज़ायर टू हेल्प अदर, ओके, ओपननेस टू न्यू आइडियाज़, ऑनेस्टी, इंटीग्रिटी, वैल्यू, एथिकल बिहेवियर, पर्सनल करेज, ये सब कुछ आता है। पर्सनालिटी एटीट्यूड के बाद आता है एक्सप्रेसिव स्किल। या अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, एक्सप्रेसिव स्किल। एक साइकोलॉजिस्ट में एक्सप्रेसिव स्किल होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। He or she will be able to express his or her feelings and ideas to the client. Ability to communicate one's ideas and feeling and information either in verbal form or non-verbal or written form. The next skill is the reflective skill. Yeah. एक अच्छे साइकोलॉजिस्ट में रिफ्लेक्टिव स्किल होनी चाहिए। He or she will be able to reflect his or her idea to the client. Client will be able to know what is going on in the therapist's mind. So ability to examine and consider one's own motive also, attitude and behavior, and ability to be sensitive to one's own behavior to other. And last is the personal skill, 7th point, personal skill. So ये सारे स्किल होने चाहिए, इंटरपर्सनल, कॉग्निटिव, इफेक्टिव, पर्सनालिटी एटीट्यूड, एक्सप्रेसिव, रिफ्लेक्टिव, पर्सनल। पर्सनल स्किल्स में क्या आएगा? पर्सनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, personal hygiene, time management, and appropriate rest. It is very important on the part of the psychology. Basically, all is about grooming. When the therapist who is not properly groomed, so एक mindset होता है patients में कि if doctor is not well, so what he will treat me, okay, वो कैसे हमारी treatment करेगा. तो personal grooming also matter a lot. So I hope all the skill you will be able to understand. एक अच्छा साइकोलॉजिस्ट होने के लिए जनरल स्किल में सबसे पहला आता है इंटेलेक्चुअल एंड द पर्सनल स्किल. द फर्स्ट वन इज द इंटरपर्सनल, कॉग्निटिव, अफेक्टिव, पर्सनालिटी एंड एटीट्यूड, एक्सप्रेसिव, अफेक्टिव एंड पर्सनल स्किल. I hope you understand, children. Now move to the second point of general skill. I love it. With the hope you all have written it down. सभी ने इसको नोट डाउन कर लिया होगा. सेकेंड पॉइंट था सेंसिटिविटी टू डाइवर्सिटी. Sensitivity to diversity. इसमें क्या आएगा? What are the points come under this one? Knowledge of self. सबसे पहले आएगा knowledge, sensitivity to diversity. The first point came the knowledge of self. अपने बारे में नॉलेज होना चाहिए, अपने एटीट्यूड, अपने वैल्यूज़, अपने स्ट्रेंथ, लिमिटेशन एज वन ऑपरेट इन द प्रोफेशनल सेटिंग विद डाइवर्स अदर. सेकेंड, नॉलेज अबाउट द नेचर. सेकेंड क्या है? नॉलेज अबाउट द नेचर. Knowledge about the nature. And impact of individual and culture diversity in different situation. Basically knowledge किस चीज़ों की होनी चाहिए? About the nature and culture diversity. किस कल्चर से क्लाइंट बिलोंग करता है, उसके कल्चर को रेस्पेक्ट करना, ये सबसे बड़ा टास्क है एक थेरेपिस्ट का. थर्ड इज द एबिलिटी टू वर्क एफेक्टिवली विद डाइवर्स बैकग्राउंड इन असेसमेंट, ट्रीटमेंट एंड कंसल्टेशन. तो डाइवर्स बैकग्राउंड में भी अच्छे से काम करना. डाइवर्स बैकग्राउंड, ये भी एक पॉइंट है साइकोलॉजिस्ट के टूवर्ड. डाइवर्स बैकग्राउंड में भी एफेक्टिवली वर्क करना. नेक्स्ट इज द एबिलिटी टू रेस्पेक्ट एंड अप्रिशिएट द कल्चर, नॉर्म एंड बिलीफ. या रेस्पेक्ट बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. आप रेस्पेक्ट नहीं देंगे तो फिर प्रॉब्लम होगी. रेस्पेक्ट कल्चर नॉर्म, क्लाइंट के कल्चर नॉर्म्स को रेस्पेक्ट करिए. Next and the last point, being sensitive to one's preferences and also to one's preferences for own growth. Ability to promote diversity in culture, belief and respecting it to promote positive life outcome. So ये सारे कुछ points हैं which are related to the sensitivity to diversity point. So I hope children you understand this topic. You understand about the general skills which are required to become an effective psychologist. So this is for all today. We have discussed today in the video about the general skill. कौन से general skill required हैं? तो we get to know the 2 points, intellectual and personal skill and sensitivity to diversity. We also discussed what are the points under that one. Okay, just revise it children. The more and more you will revise, make your notes after watching the video, go through your NCERT, you will be able to understand in a proper manner. So I just say thank you so much for carefully listening and observing to me. Thank you children once again.